why Joelanta? Why 17 years ago create something like this?
We had been attending national conventions of every sort, and we're getting such a positive reinforcement out of those iterations that we felt like people who weren't ever going to make it to those kind of conventions deserve to have that experience that's so much beyond just a swap meet. It needed to be an experience. And we opened our doors, and it was a one-day show, a one-room show, and people responded so adamantly. And we wanted people to love the creativity and love the subculture that was around it. But as we've evolved forward, it has evolved, our mission has evolved, and now it's about seeing how those evolutions can go full circle.
What about Joelanta brings you back every year?
To me, multiple things. One, the social group, the spirit, we call it the tribe. It's a time to for the tribe to get together, and it's like a wonderful social organization, family feel around an artifact. You know, with toys being an artifact, and in my case specifically G.I. Joe being an artifact. But the whole spirit of everybody being together feels like a huge extended family, a 2,000 member family reunion every year. So that's one thing that brings you back. And I don't know if y'all have noticed this weekend, you got all these 60-year-old guys thinking they're 10 years old again, and kind of acting like it. And that feels good to have that chance to be immersed in that spirit for 3, 4, 5 days.
Definitely.
Once a year. So those are two big things.
What does Joelanta mean to you?
It means it brings back my childhood. So it means it's actually hard to describe, but it's a happy description.
You know, I think people enjoy and remembering and reminiscing about a simpler time in their life when they didn't have quite as many distractions and responsibilities, and they equate that with toys. And so seeing a certain toy that you grew up with, that you had fond memories of, and now you see it, it kind of brings you back to that time.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power!
What's so special about this show, like compared to other shows?
I think the vision of the show, the fact that they're doing it because they have a plan to create a museum and really share kind of what our generation did and how we played with the younger generation that used to be in the club.
Turtle power!
Cody Lane Foundation. Well, Cody Lane was my youngest son, who died August of 2007 from a degenerative neurological disease, long fancy names, related to Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. And Buddy Finethy, who, have you interviewed Buddy? Yeah, you got to interview Buddy.
Yeah.
He had been running Joelanta for by that time 7 years. He decided to donate the project, the money from the project, to the idea of creating a toy and diorama museum in Cody's name, in memory of Cody, because Cody was a collector, he was a member of our group, loved the dioramas, loved the action figures, and Atlanta doesn't have anything like that. And after the show, these guys with all these dioramas and custom models, some of them will wind up on shelves, some of them wind up being dismantled and parts of it thrown away, or pieces put into other dioramas. We want to have a place where all of that can be preserved, because there's nothing like that anywhere. There are toy museums, there are children museums, but there's nothing preserving this art. I mean, all you got to do is look around this room, and it's art. It's really art, three-dimensional art. It's fantastic what people do. And so the idea is to preserve that art form, stimulate the imaginative play in children that is kind of waning with video games and computers and things like that, to rekindle art and creativity and imagination in kids of the mission of the museum. And that's what we want to do, and Buddy wanted to do it in Cody's museum.
Now we hope that it'll get even much bigger, but our hope is that it'll get bigger and still stay the same community and level of expression of love that it is, and the same interest and positive energy for the right motivations. If it doesn't keep those things, it's not worth doing. And now we hope that the museum will get going, because that's an experiential extension of our mission of spreading creativity.
Is there anything you would change about the show in particular?
You know, we change things every single year after the show. We have a post-show wrap-up, and we kind of look to see what worked, what didn't work, and so there's always, we're tweaking things. I think one of the things is probably just to add more different fandoms to what we already do, under the whole umbrella of Toylanta. That's what we're calling the show.
It would be nice to see more kids.
Yeah, I'd make it closer to Huntsville.
Nothing I would want to change. What I would love to do is be able to expand this hotel to make it bigger to house and hold us.
I think the show needs to grow. I think that it needs a larger venue, but I think it needs to figure out how to hold on to the hanging out side of things. So I don't know how that works. It's going to take just the right place that allows people to hang out and shoot the breeze, while at the same time getting all the dealers and stuff in one room.
That's actually a very good question, because the people that have been doing this have been probably doing it for a hell of a long time that I have been making and selling toys. I've been doing it for 14 years. They've been here for how many years? 17. So they know what they're doing. It's a professional organization. It's affordable to a vendor. It's probably one of the most affordable, largest shows, definitely on the East Coast, and I'm not cracking wise against anybody else, but probably in the United States. You know, if you talk about a local town show, all right, whatever, but it is very affordable. You know, maybe if we can get the hotel to bring down the prices for the vendors so we can stay here for 5 days and still be able to make money, maybe we could do something like that. You know, that would be my only thing, because it's all about the money. No, it's all about the fun.
Is there anything you wouldn't change? In particular?
In all honesty, I wouldn't change anything, and it manages itself. So if it grows, it grows.
It's a very focused. It used to be original just G.I. Joe. Toys and stuff. I'm very connected with G.I. Joe, so it's like going home.
Not everybody collects toys or G.I. Joes or things like that represent pop culture. Why do you think something like this brings so many people together?
Yeah, I think initially, before the connectivity with other collectors, I think they are brought together by a love for pop culture and a love for nostalgia, that it gives them a connection with themselves that they didn't expect, that they felt a love for the artifact and reminded them of a very specific moment. But once they're here and once they're exposed to this feeling of bonhomie that everybody has, this kind of this love envelops them, and they become passionate about a tribe. They find a tribe they didn't even know they were missing, and I think that's where that soul-filled connectivity comes into play.
I think the real thing is that we all play with toys, and so I think people like toys, even if they're not into collecting them. It's a fun thing to go to, because you run into you see the toy that you can kind of go back and have a flashback to those memories.
If I do that, it's like I'd be capturing lightning in a bottle. It's like if we knew what made anything work, we could always do it.
Not allowed to use foul language, right? Right. There's so many freaking things you can do in this place. Whether you're a seller, you're an exhibitor, whether you're an artist, whether you're a part of the group, whether you're not part of the group. I bring one of my kids here every year, and there's so many things you can do here, either in Atlanta on the outside or in the show on the inside that you can do. And it's more important than money because I'm a mercenary by trade. It really, it's like I'm here to make money. If I'm not making money, I'm not coming back. But past that, it's not really all about the money. You have to have fun doing what you do.
So, like, what's your favorite thing that you see outside of the G.I. Joes?
It'd be great. I just like to enjoy the cosplay. Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you. I think that's a very important part. Take care. Have a good day. It makes it a whole sort of unified experience. It adds to the whole depth of it.
I'm trying, man. Like you said, likeness isn't my thing, so. Thank you.
Don't know if I can wear costumes myself.
I like the cosplayers. I don't do that myself, but I really like to see the people who come in costume. And there were a couple people today who, I mean, were fantastic. I mean, they were spot on.
Like the shipwreck? Did you see the shipwreck?
Yes,
he was my favorite.
He was so right there. Lady Jane.
And his beard. Did you see his beard? It was like,
perfect.
oh.
Yes. So I mean, there's that's to me that's really exciting. And I have to say, like, Radio Cult. I mean, the other things that aren't necessarily a part of the hobby that are tied into it, I really enjoy.
Do you have anything left to say to people who are like questioning the show, like why they should come?
What the hell's wrong with you? Why aren't you here? You should be here. This is fun. Don't you like fun?
They should absolutely come.
I usually go, okay, here you go.
A lot of fun. Great stuff to see. Terrific people.
It's inclusive. It has been called Joelanta simply because it started as a G.I. Joe convention 17 years ago, but it has grown into every imaginable comic, toy, pop culture evolution or iteration that there has ever been. So I would like to say to everybody out there in the world, there's something here for you. Come join us because you will not ever experience anything like that.
Late night horror show. It's a Saturday midnight double feature filled with creatures that'll make you hurry. Saturday midnight double feature late night horror show. It's a Saturday midnight double feature filled with creatures that'll make you hurry.
Good night.
Good night. I'd like to have that film destroyed.
Good night,
Time to change it and the feeling back, cause the fever's gonna catch him when the bitch gets back. All right.
Thank you.